So when it comes to your products, right, what is a typical production process like for launch? And has there always been like a huge setback when it comes to the pre-production side before you make a launch?
So the whole reason why Opake got into screen printing, like, because I don't know if people know, but we have our own screen printing production upstairs.
Nice.
I don't like to wait for anyone.
Period.
I can't have another screenshot tell me when to release my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to see it being done, and we have to feel it. So every shirt, like, it's a work of art, really. Like, it's not just like copy, paste, email. Is it done? You know, we go through the whole thing, like, as far as like we do our own photos, our own videos, our own screen printing, you know, everything, you know, and that's what you're buying. You're buying like the whole
from start to finish.
From start to finish, you know, and that's everything to me. You know, I feel good about that, you know.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, waiting sucks. So, you know, basically took it upon ourselves to cut down the waiting time. So if we want to turn a drop in a week or a month, you know, it's all on us.
I mean, there's some stuff like, for example, like hats. We can't build a hat. I wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those
you
we can't
could.
control. I know,
You
right?
could.
But we don't want, because that's like not in our lane. You know. But other, you know, the obvious things, like those are the things that we really take serious. You know, is like the way our shirts are printed and how they stay on, and you know, just everything. The colorway. We're known for like our unique colors. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we mix our own colors, you know, like you can't really do
inks,
that
yeah.
at a lot of other places.
They really just give you like,
Stock
here we are.
color.
Colors.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's beautiful. That's about being an artist. It's
Yeah.
like you mix
We
it.
mix it, yes.
You know, make your own custom and
Yep.
make your own. That is so cool.
Yeah, you
Oh my
know.
God. So what was it like then when you guys first started Opake when it comes to your launches, and what's the difference now when you guys do your launches?
It's a whole different ball game. Like, you know, we were blessed to, you know, have the following we have now, but it didn't happen overnight. Didn't happen in a
Right.
year. Didn't happen in 2 years. Didn't happen in 3 years. It took a lot of hard work and determination.
I think like with our online COVID, you know, man, COVID changed everything, and we were scared. We're like, dude, you know, like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever it is, you know, we've done whatever we can, and like,
Right.
and then we're like waiting and waiting and waiting, like, how do we do this? Because there was a whole like, oh, you can't open up, you can't this and that, and we're like, wait, why is people selling online? Let's try it out, you know, and our online after COVID, like, thank you to everyone that supported us. Oh my goodness, it was just like, boom, you know. I guess people stayed home till I were bored and like, I'm gonna order this, you know, but. Since then, our online has just been
It's been
bananas.
kicking, yeah, for sure.
Bananas. So
Definitely.
when we do a launch, we have to make sure we print enough for online, and then we print enough for Opake itself. Yeah, so we have two separate stocks.
Inventories.
Yeah, our
Oh my
inventory.
God.
Yeah, that's why we had to get the top and the bottom. So the bottom floor was to help our launch was to get rid of the elevator because we
Okay.
couldn't have people cramming there and
Lining up.
Yeah, so now they're able to line up in the front, you know, and.
Just make it basically just to provide a better service to the people.
Right.
It's like we want them
Accessibility.
to be
Yeah, so our launch now, that's how we
comfortable.
do it. We try to launch on a Friday because mostly everyone's working on the weekday, and we're
Right.
here to help assist with like putting online orders, getting it ready, you know, as opposed to Saturday where like the crew's not full. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Our launches are crazy. It's fun, man. Like, and I don't know, if for everyone that wants to try, you know, opening your brand, want to come and chop it up, we're down, you know. Hey.
For sure.
So speaking
No,
of,
yeah.
like, do you think sales would be different if you didn't invest in e-commerce?
Yeah, I mean, online makes it a lot more convenient for people, especially like if people want to if they don't have the time to stop by, we're still giving them an opportunity, you know, to purchase before it sells out. So it's like, yeah, if we didn't have our online platform, you know,
Oh gosh, yeah.
it'd be definitely hard, especially during COVID when we weren't allowed to open for like almost the
Months.
whole year.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah, we didn't open our shop for in-store purchases until like pretty much a year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
About a year.
yeah,
Without that, oh gosh, I don't know.
yeah, definitely. It's you know, investing in the online our online platform, you know, allowed us to, you know, stay in business and helped them. It tremendously helped.
Okay. And so now with social media, right? Because I know we're talking about back then how remember there wasn't social media and how like really the only way for you guys was to go out there.
Yes,
and
that's
like,
what I was exactly thinking about.
you know, and then
You know?
so now that social media is here, and what's funny is social media is still a huge growing thing.
Yeah.
People make it seem like, oh, it's been around. Like, no, boo. Social media started when I started radio. Sis. No, it's crazy. And so, how do you feel like social media has impacted Opake?
I mean, social media definitely helped a lot. We didn't really utilize, you know, typical mainstream media, you know, advertisements, newspapers and all that. You know, basically kind of grew up with social media. We grew our following as social media grew.
Right.
So it's like, you know, we tried to basically grow our social media platforms organically, and you know,
Like for example, like with Instagram, like with the photos, I'm a guy like I need pictures in my menu. I want to see what I'm gonna eat.
Right.
sure.
I hate reading it
Visual.
like shrimp with like butter and garlic. I'm like, what? I don't see it though. You know what I mean? So like
pictures speak a
pictures
thousand
just,
words.
you
Yep.
know, and like that's how that's what social media is to me, you know, and it helps. It's my books, you know, it's my books. Yeah, there's the ups and downs, but like I mean, don't think about that. If it's all about downs, and just turn off your phone, you know. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like as far as like opening up a business and running it online and all that, it's super possible because like
Social media just
Social
allows
media,
you to do that.
you're
You don't
just-
need to spend money on
yeah,
advertisements.
exposures.
It's really like sky's the limit.
yeah,
You know,
really. You
and
know?
so, do you think Instagram is one of like your main platforms
Oh, definitely.
for only because when I think of art, I see visual.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, do you feel like I mean, because there's what you got tags on your post, you can do the swipe up on your post. There's so many ways.
Sponsored
you can,
posts. like,
Sponsored
you know,
posts.
yeah.
You know, there's so many things you can do.
Swipe
and,
up, go to the store,
and it's affordable. Just
It's
so you know.
Oh, for sure.
yes.
For sure.
So, could you share a little bit of examples of content you, as Opake, would share on your platforms, and what resonates well with your followers?
So Ed shoots a lot of videos, whether it's at the beach, food, product videos, and you know the reels. You know, he's a master at that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like it helps. It helps. Like for example, we have this release this Saturday with our homie Diliana, and one of the themes was one of the garments look like sand, like the color of sand. The other one is like the sea and land. And what we did was we took white long sleeves and we dyed them to look like water.
Wow.
Like the black shirts, we dyed them to look kind of like land, like dirt. And then like the sweater is it's like a khaki, and then the ink looks like sand. Without social media, I don't know how to explain that.
Right. It's
you
almost
know?
like visually.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
with social media, it's kind of like this is like the ocean. You know, this is sand. Look, there's sand there, and it looks like sand, and then like land. You know, so that's how I use it. Like to explain like. It's kind of hard. We're open from 11 to 7. What time are you guys open? Oh, right there, 11 to 7. You know what I mean? Like,
It really be like that.
Yeah. It'd be like that a lot. You know, but that's what we're here for. You know, and
Basically, to
that's-
paint the
yeah.
picture, and that's what social media allows us to do. Just paint the picture for you,
Yeah.
as
it's
opposed to
It's books.
reading.
Basically.
Yeah.
And it's easy access. Everyone has access to it.
for sure.
You know, no excuse. And so, speaking of no excuses, what has been your greatest accomplishment you achieved for your online platforms, or for even Opake in general, even during this pandemic?
I think one of the biggest pre-COVID was like making it out to FIFA. You know, to in San Diego to actually take your brand and like your whole store and bring it to like San Diego. It's hard.
Oh yeah.
It takes a lot of work, you know, like figuring out how do we bring this? What do we need? We don't have data. Like, do we get data? How do we? What do we use? Like, how do we take card?
Where are we gonna stay?
Man, it's crazy, you know. And to me, after doing it for we did it for 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
3 years. It's like that's one of the biggest things.
Wow.
Because it takes a lot from you, you know, and flying like
Thousands of
14,
miles.
How many miles?
I was about
you
to
know?
ask, like, were you guys were basically taking all of your and then bringing it over there?
Yes.
That's a lot.
We had to
And then
But you know
figure out
what?
where to
You-
store
y'all-
it, and then
y'all did
driving it
that.
to the place, and then bringing
Building
it back.
out.
You know, yeah.
So how did that planning go?
It
In
was-
the beginning, it was so scary.
Right, because it's so new.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry guys, if you guys don't know what PIFA is, it is this amazing international Pacific Island festival that happens every year in San Diego.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
And Guam people go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's majority Guam people there, dude. They show out so hard.
They do.
There's about
Yeah.
100,000 a day, 80 to 100,000 a day.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday. It's
Basically
just,
the population
she's
of
doing
Guam.
everything for a weekend from 8 to 4 p.m. You know. You know.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So when you guys were bringing your brand there,
Mhm.
and so your first time, oh my, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like you just trying to bring all your products there to sell it. It's like,
What the only comfort I really got was we had family there, and the other thing is no matter where you go in this world, if you're from the island or any island, like islanders really support islanders, you know, and the support, you know, from the people, like hospitality is it's what helped us get through it, you know.
For sure.
And hey, you know, it's scary, but we, you know, when you do it, you're like, whoo, okay, we did it. You know what now?
it's basically you jumped. You're like, you know what? Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just try it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and it was great to meet the
awesome.
people that have been supporting us, you know, from abroad, and also to meet new people that were just there to like kind of
Like,
learn
hey, look
about
at
the
this shirt.
brand.
I still got it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So speaking of abroad, like how has your brand reach the world, like worldwide?
Well, PIFA is one of the things that helped that, you know. It's like that was one of our missions. Like, you know, we went out there, kind of like you said, we made that jump, and it's like, you know, we got to go out here, show them what we got, and you know, hopefully that'll, you know, bring more off-island customers to us, and you know, it definitely did.
Having
help.
the word opaque, oh my, that's hard. You know, like, wait, what? What does it even mean? Like, why am I gonna buy that? You know?
it's almost like you guys have to explain yourselves.
Yes.
Again. You're like, oh.
Yeah. And then, you know, like, for example, another, I mean, it kind of sounds weird, but another accomplishment to me was when we opened in Dedido, which was like borderline Gigo, and like down south north, you know what I mean? But like, when we had customers come from like Molesu or Yamatic, I'm like, what? And we were in the
Definitely.
cut, you know, and
Yeah.
that to me was like, yeah, you know, we did
Yeah.
it, you know, and it was priceless. You
Because
know?
when people know, they dream about, like, especially back then, when they dream about opening a shop, they're gonna be like, oh, I want to be in Tumon, or I want to be in
Yeah,
Tumon
we were
in the main
Dedido.
spots.
You know what I
Right?
mean? Like,
We're like,
yeah.
you know, basically, yeah, just stick to our roots and just be like, you know, we're gonna open
They really
in our
wanted the
hometown.
fun, you
Yeah,
know?
for
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.